Hello, my name is Petrina Sharp and I am your host for this segment of Our Ventura TV. With me today I have as our guest expert Bob Moskowitz, who is the art chairperson for the Ventura College.
Hi.
Welcome.
Thank you. Nice to be here.
Well, tell me about the art department.
Oh, we have a terrific art department. I mean, it was probably started around 1950. This guy named Bill McEnroe, who just passed away recently, but he started it, and the department grew over the years, expanded, and we've had a great tradition at the college, and there's a lot of art produced in Ventura, this town, and so much of it has to do with people who either taught at the college or went through our program over the years. So.
Well, where do you see it? Tell me about some of the changes that have happened since you have been there.
Well, I started in 1998, and there were changes, and then there were changes made to the changes. We've always been primarily, first and foremost, a foundations program, laying the base down for students, and then and helping them get ready to transfer, while also serving the community, people who've maybe always wanted to paint but never had the time to, and come back. So we have this really interesting mixture of people, incredible diversity, which makes our classes special, I think. We had a multimedia program that was started. Unfortunately, was cut back a number of years, which was bringing us into the digital age, and we were able to keep some of the more significant classes, and we want to build on that. And the staff overall has evolved. So we have a real solid group of people who all get along extremely well, which is kind of rare in art departments, and I've been in several over the years. It's really helpful, yeah. It's a great group of people who I look forward to seeing every day. And I think part of the strength of any program is in the quality of the students that it can attract to the program, because that's where the strength is. And students learn from other students as much as they learn from faculty. And we have a group of faculty who are professionals. They are artists who teach, or maybe they're teachers who make art, but one feeds the other. So it's...
Well, speaking of teachers who are artists,
yes.
Tell me a little bit about you.
Well, I don't know, where do I start? I grew up in Philadelphia. I'd never gone west of central Pennsylvania. I'd been to Europe, but it wasn't until I went to graduate school in St. Louis that I'd gotten to a different part of the country, and never made it out to California until I went to a wedding of my wife's family. And I thought, geez, this is a nice place. Why don't we live here? And I guess the rest is history. I count myself really lucky that I landed here in Ventura with a beautiful community and a really good department that attracts really good students. So I didn't know, I was more of a jock, I think.
Yeah.
In high school, and then even for part of college, and kept changing my major. So they wound up with a degree in liberal arts because I had all these credits that got smushed together. And I got something because some of my friends said, "Hey, don't you want to walk down the aisle with us?" I don't know. Well, I did. And but what I did learn from 4 years of college is that I wanted to be an artist. So I worked for a while, made some money, and went to the Pennsylvania Academy of the Fine Arts in Philadelphia. And I went there because I saw a student show, and I thought that this was the best place to go for painting. And it would be the most competitive, and I thought, well, if I'm going to do this, I might as well throw myself into the fire. Right. And then sometime after, wound up going to graduate school at Washington University in St. Louis. And that I got my MFA there, and that gave me the credential to teach, and I have been teaching since 1978.
Wow.
Yes, when I was in grad school, I got an assistantship, and they gave me 2 life drawing classes. It's tough to cut your eye teeth. Never having had any experience or anybody talk to me about teaching at all. Go teach these life drawing classes. But it was a great experience, and I think at that point I probably channeled my instructors and sort of synthesized what they had taught me, and I knew all of a sudden how to talk to people, and I really liked it.
Yeah.
So I've been doing it ever since.
Nice.
Well,
it helps to like what you're doing.
Yeah, no, it's great. And at VC, I've got great colleagues, and the students are good. In the art department, I mean, they're interested. They're in the classes because they want to be there. And I, like my colleagues, do our own artwork. So I'm a painter primarily, and that's what I do, a figurative painter. And in the past year, I've been collaborating with paintings with my wife. It's a separate studio practice. I mean, she's a painter, I'm a painter, and we're also doing things together, which is an interesting process. It's a negotiation.
Sure.
It's never really settled, and how we come up with stuff is still a mystery to me, because we agree on practically nothing.
Yeah. Well, but
So-
that makes it
Well,
better,
there's
right?
just there's
'Cause
negotiation.
What ends up is
Right, and
a good
and
product.
so far we haven't hit each other or thrown anything at each other, and
Yeah.
we just decide what we're going to do, decide on the space, the scale, kind of colors, and then who's going to start. But we never paint at the same time. That's too dangerous, I
Right.
think.
Okay, so tell me a little bit more about teaching classes at the school. What is your favorite part of it?
Well, probably the best thing that happens to a teacher is to see the light bulb go off. Mm-hmm. You know, when somebody gets it, just makes it to that next level. All of a sudden, the person's at another plateau.
Yeah.
And they're happy, they're excited, they can't believe that they were able to accomplish what they did. And that's great. And then for our students who we can nurture for a while, who improve and they get good and their work looks really professional, and we want them to go on to the next level and go to a good place, and be experiencing a metropolitan area with lots of galleries and museums and other good students who have similar backgrounds to them, so that they can get out there in the big world and become artists or designers or whatever it is they want to do. So it's great, and to follow them, and then to sometimes hear from them later, years later, and you think, oh, wow, that thing I said meant something. That's
Yeah.
good. So anyway.
A nice positive impact.
Well, yeah, when it happens. And it happens a lot. It happens a lot.
So tell me where the art department, you said it's been changing, where might it be going in the future?
Well, as much as we'd like to be all things for all people, we can't. When we had the draconian cuts because of the budget problems in the state and the rest of the country, we had to kind of hone down. And there are certain courses that we loved that added to the uniqueness of our program. I won't even mention them. We can't do them because we had to focus more on transfer, and we have a great record for doing that. But we want to start a film program, and we're hoping to collaborate with CAPS TV. I mean, it's kind of a natural. You're right here. The equipment's here. There's the energy. We have, I think, some of the right people in place at the college now. We have finally a dean who really gets it, who is an artist herself, who's, I think, on the board of CAPS. We have, it's going to be an interdisciplinary program. We have a new guy in theater, Nathan Cole, who's got some really great ideas and lots of energy, and Robert Lawson, who's the chair of the music department, who has some great ideas. And back in 2008, I kind of started this ball rolling and put together 6 course outlines, developed basically a program of production and editing classes, not knowing anything about it, having to do my research and borrow from here and borrow from there. And after having looked at curriculum was already in the books in the theater department, acting for the camera,
Sure.
Directing for the camera, screenwriting, there were things that were there. There's the history of film. And the English department also has a course that at least they were calling aesthetics of film. So there was the groundwork there to put this collaborative interdisciplinary program together. But these classes, which appeared in the catalog for 2 years, went away because there was no way we could offer them. But now there's the energy, and we have the president of our college, Greg Gillespie, is, I think, really interested in having a film program and a collaboration. So we're really fired up about it. It's something, with our proximity to the film industry in Los Angeles, to me, it's a no-brainer. So I'm really excited about the possibilities with Gwendolyn Huddleston as our dean to coordinate the whole thing. Move forward, I think we're on the right track.
Sounds like it. This is good.
Yeah,
This is exciting, right?
Yeah, we're excited. Yeah.
Good. So we've got about 2 more minutes. We're going to wrap up. Is there anything you would like to say about art department, teaching, yourself? Anything that you want to summarize?
For those students who would love to be artists, whose parents or other people who have influence in their lives, and say, what are you going to do as an artist? You got to get a different profession. I would say to them, tell your parents or whomever else that they should look around them, and virtually everything they see has an artist's hand in it. So without art, I don't know, we'd still be hunters and gatherers, I think. Yep. Maybe not even hunters. maybe just gatherers. So that's what I want to say.
Well said. That is, I completely agree with that. It takes
Right.
art to make the world go round.
Well, it is. I mean, if you look at...
We're at the vanguard and the forefront of creating the future.
Sure, and also as we look backwards, I mean, what is left of civilizations past? It's their art and their architecture.
Right.
That's what we have, and that's how we discover what peoples were like and how we've evolved as humans.
Yeah. If someone would like to get a hold of you, what would be the best way?
The best way is email. It's B Moskowitz, Moskowitz, at vccccd.edu, which stands for Ventura County Community College District. And I'm much better at email than I am answering phone, because we have a new phone system. It's been in for 2 years, and I'm not even sure I know my own phone number. It rings, the phone rings, but emails I answer, and emails I pick up on my phone as well, and I try to get to those as quickly as possible.
Okay. Thank you very much.
My pleasure.
Appreciate you coming in
fun.
today.
Thanks. Thank you.
And thank you for being with us for this episode of Our Ventura TV. My name is Petrina Sharp. Until next time.